cotangent functions, let's graph the parent function first. We'll do number 1, 2, 3 together, just like how we did tangent. So I'm going to draw xy axis for now. So we got x-axis, y-axis. Parent function is kind of important. You have to know the difference between tangent and cotangent parent functions. And then all the other ones are like really easy because all you do is a transformation here. So for cotangent, remember for tangent, the middle point was 0, 0. But this time, the asymptote will be the y-axis, okay? Where x equals 0. And just like tangent, let's figure out the period first. So period will be pi over b. That coefficient right there is b term, which is 1. So it's going to be pi. That means from one asymptote to another asymptote, I'm going to make it over here. That's one period, okay? So remember, if it was tangent from the midpoint, we went half period to the right, half period to the left. But now our midpoint, the point in the middle, the center point must be between 0 and pi, which is what? Pi over 2. So I'm going to divide this. Let me write 2 meter. So divide into 4 sections. Here's a simple way to do this. Okay, so 1/2 times pi, we put it here in the middle. And then 1/2 times that, which is pi over 4, you put it here. And then 3 times this, you put it over here. So that becomes 3 pi over 4. Okay? Now, the middle point will be pi over 2 comma 0. For cotangent, where a is positive, here, that's coefficient in front, that's a value. Then we go left over and then 1 up. Okay? That's different from tangent. Okay? So right 1 over down. So this is your parent function of cotangent. Okay? So we did 1. Okay, just like a tangent function or any kind of transformation, if you have -2 outside, all these points, let me label that. So pi over 4 comma 1, that's pi over 2 comma 0. And that point right there is 3 pi over 4 comma -1. And then all you do is what? Just move down 2. So 1, 2. So right there, 1, 2. So it'll be right here. 1, 2. So it'll be right here. Just then do the dance here a little bit. Okay, make it curvy. Like that. So that's pi over 4 comma, what is that? -2, so it's -1. And then that point right there will be pi over 2 comma -2. And this point will be 3 pi over 4 comma -2, so 3. Okay. Now, if it's negative in front, what we do is just exactly like number 2, but we're gonna, what is it? So this gets reflected over y-axis. Okay, imagine you reflect it first. So right hand goes up now, so that point got moved over there. This point got moved over here, and that center point stays the same. So it curves like that. Okay, if it's negative. Just remember for cotangent, if it's negative, it's just like tangent function looking. So right hand goes up, left hand goes down. That's how you do number 3. Okay. All right, let's do some period change. So we'll do numbers 4, 5, and probably 6 here. We'll do number 4. Okay, let me draw x and y axis again. Again, those are all one period, one cycle of cotangent for now. So we'll do, again, we got to figure out, we'll do number 4 first. So period first. Period for cotangent or tangent will be pi over b. B in this case is 1/2. So that's multiplied by 2 top and bottom to get rid of that. It's going to be 2 pi. Okay. So we draw a vertical asymptote where x equals 0. Okay, exactly where y-axis is. Kind of hard to see. Oh, let me change color. Oh, green. Right there. And then somewhere here, I'm going to divide, making sure that you give some enough space. I'm going to divide it into 4 parts. And that's my another asymptote. Okay, so distance from here to here must be the period, which is 2 pi. Okay, and then if you want to draw more cycles, do it one more time, either left side or right side. I'm just going to draw one cycle for now. So this is 2 pi now because that's one period. So that's 0, x equals 0. Now cut it in half, which is pi. Cut that in half again, pi over 2. Multiply this by 3 and put it here. So 3 pi over 2. Okay. All right, so everything else is the same. The a value is 1, -1, 2, -2. I don't want to call the a value for tangent and cotangent amplitude because it's actually not an amplitude. Okay, so the midpoint will be pi comma 0. And then again, positive, right? A value is positive. So you go left over 1 increment and then go up 1, right 1, down 1 because it's positive. So number 4 graph should look something like that. And then I'll change color, like bluish color, to do number 5. A value is 2, so period is same, so midpoint stays the same. Since it's 2, I'll go 1 over to the left and up 2. All right, 1 right, down 2. That's it. See how easy a transformation is? Like that. All right, let me do number 6 now. Let's do number 6, but I'm going to draw fresh new one here. I'll draw XY axis again. Before I draw XY axis, let's convert this into graph-friendly form, like in standard form. So -3 cotangent. You need to factor whatever the coefficient here, factor it out. 2 times 2 got factored out. X minus, that will be, let's say if you don't know what that is, okay. So what you want to do is 2 times what gives you pi over 2. Actually, negative pi over 2, but I'm going to keep it negative here. So you solve for that what, the question mark. What you want to do is divide it by 2 or multiply by 1/2, both sides. To get rid of it, that what must be pi over 4. That's what you want to put in there. So x minus pi over 4. Just keep practicing this. And then minus 1. So that's a graph-friendly form because we know what the b is, and we know so we know we're gonna move right pi over 4 much, and then down 1 unit. Let's figure out what period is first. Period for cotangent is pi over b. B in this case is 2, right there. So period is pi over 2. Let me make that a little bit, let me shrink that a little bit here. Okay, now we're ready to graph. So I'm gonna graph my XY axis here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go step by step. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a translation very last. Okay, so let's graph y equals -3 cotangent 2x first. Let's graph that. And then all we need to do is move pi over 4 to the right and then down 1 unit. Since period is pi over 2, we know for cotangent ones, the vertical asymptote must be x equals 0 right here. And then we want to go 1 full period to the right. Okay, I know I'm going to erase these asymptotes because we're going to end up moving to the right. Okay, but for now, I'm just going to put it like that. And then halfway there, let's mark it. This full period is pi over 2. Halfway will be 1/2 times that, pi over 4. Then half it again. It's pi over 8. Multiply this by 3. Put it here. 3 pi over 8. So each increment is pi over 8 now. Now, since we have to move right pi over 4, we have to move right 2 units. And then down 1 unit. Okay? So that's after. Let's try to plot the green function first. So right there, middle, since it's negative, if it's positive, it should be like that. But if it's negative, the whole graph gets reflected over x-axis. So this portion right there gets reflected over x-axis, so it becomes like that. Okay, and then left hand right there will get reflected over x-axis and then becomes like that. So that's how we're gonna do it. Okay. So if it's negative cotangent, just like tangent, right hand goes up. How much? Up 3 much. Because a value is 3, negative 3. So move over right and go up 3. Move over left 1 unit and then go down 3. Let's label that. That's 3 pi over 8, comma 3. And then this is pi over 4, comma 0. And that point right there is pi over 8, comma negative 3. But it's not this graph yet because originally we have something else. Now all these green points and the asymptote will get moved right 2 units. So let's have 1, 2 units. You know what? I'm just gonna graph all the way. So pi over 8, 2 pi over 8, which is pi over 4, 3 pi over 8, 4 pi over 8, that's 5 pi over 8. That's 6 pi over 8, which gets reduced to 4 pi, what is that? 3 pi over 4. So I'm going to write 3 pi over 4 now. So that's 3 pi over 4. Okay. Now, the asymptote gets moved 2 units to the right because of this minus pi over 4. So this is my new asymptote. And then right here is my left asymptote got moved right 2 units. Okay. Then let me erase this before we get confused here. So that was my old asymptote. Oh shoot, that was my new one. And then, you know, I can't really erase this, but it's like that. Okay. Now my blue dots, I'm gonna finalize it. So this gets moved 2 and then down 1 because minus 1 right here. So down over 2 to the right, down 1. And then this point also over right 2 and then down 1 right here. This one 2. 1, 2, and then down 1. That should be negative 4. Let's make it pretty, make it curvy. Don't draw too straight of a line, make it curvy. So this, let's label it. That's 5 pi over 8, comma 3. No, it's 2. And then the center point now is pi over 2, comma negative 1. And the one on the left, that's 3 pi over 8, comma negative 4. And then all you gotta do is just erase the old points. Okay, and then asymptote, make sure you know where the asymptote is. This is x equals pi over 4, and this is x equals 3 pi over 4. It makes sense from pi over 4 to 3 pi over 4. That's 1 period, which is pi over 2. So this is how you graph cotangent functions. If you want to review tangent functions, I have a video for you right here.